Hello everyone, welcome back to English Language and Literature. Today, we're going to be diving into a reaction video. I'll be watching a video that talks about some of the most confusing word pairs in English. Some we all mix up at some point. So stick around because I'll not only share my thoughts, but also give you some additional tips and examples to make sure these words never trip you up again.
So our first pair of words is lend and borrow. Now, lend and borrow are both very common verbs, very simple and common verbs. Lend means to give something to someone temporarily for them to use, and borrow is when you receive something from someone that you can use temporarily, okay? So
I have to say the visuals she's using, they're very clear and they help the viewer a lot to understand, so I think it's very helpful.
both of these verbs are used to talk about temporary situations, okay? So, for example, I forgot my pen, can I borrow yours, okay? Or you can say, don't worry if you don't have a pen, I will lend you mine, okay? I will lend you mine. Again, borrow is to take and lend is to give.
This is actually a great one. Lend versus borrow. The key difference is when you lend someone something, you give it to them. For example, can you lend me your pen? You're asking for that person to give their pen to you. On the other side, when you borrow something from someone, you take it from them. So you can say, I need to borrow your pen. I need to take your pen.
Next, we have client and customer. Now, but a client is someone who receives a professional service from you or pays for a professional service. And a customer is someone who pays for a product or a good, usually something physical, okay?
I actually used to confuse this one a lot. Client versus customer. A client, as she said, is someone who hires a service, like a lawyer or a consultant. A customer is someone who buys products or goods. So when you're at a store, for example, you're a customer. But when you're working with a lawyer, you're their client.
So, for example, hairdressers, lawyers, consultants, financial advisors, all of these people have clients, okay? And if you work in a restaurant, if you work in a shop, if you're a shop owner, a restaurant manager, a server in a restaurant, someone who sells your own products, in this case, you have customers, okay?
And I think she's explaining this in a very clear way. Her tone is comforting, her pace is slow so that we can understand her examples and her suggestions.
Next, we have either and neither. Now, I know that these two words are very often confused or mixed up. They do look and sound pretty similar. So first, let's talk about either. We use either when any one out of the two options will be chosen. So any one of the two options, both of them are okay, all right? And we use neither when none of the two options are okay, okay?
And I think this one we all confused at some point. Either versus neither. Either means one of two options. Like, I'll either have the coffee or the tea. On the other hand, neither means not one of those options. Like, I'll have neither. It's a simple rule to remember.
For example, we accept either cash or card. So cash is okay or card is okay. Now notice that when we use either, we use or, okay? We can either have this or this. So just keep that in mind. Now, neither is used when none of the two options are okay. For example, neither Jeff nor Sarah got the job. So neither Jeff nor Sarah were hired for the job. Jeff was not okay for this and Sarah was not okay for this, okay? And notice that when we use neither, we use nor. So either or, neither nor. There's another common way to use neither. When someone makes a negative statement and you want to agree with them, we don't say me too, we actually say me neither, all right? If I say I don't understand, you can say, me neither. It means I also don't understand. So
you can tell that she's very happy about what she's doing. She has a very smiley face. Overall, she's just very good at what she's doing.
We don't say me too. We say me too to agree with positive statements. So if I say, I understand, you say me too. I get it, me too. I don't understand, Me neither. I don't like this. Me neither. I don't want to go. Me neither. I can't make it. Me neither. All right, you get the point. So
I also have to say that these examples that she just gave, they really helped me, and I think it's just a bit clearer in my head after this. Now, before we wrap up, here are a few word pairs that I've noticed many learners struggle with, and maybe you can relate. Dessert versus desert. These look very similar, I know, but they couldn't be more different. When we say desert with one S, it's that place with sand where it's dry and where people ride camels. But dessert with two S's is a sweet, joyful thing you eat, like ice cream or cake. Another very commonly confused word pair is then and then. This one gets confusing because they sound very alike, but here's the key difference. Then is about time. For example, we went to the park, then we had lunch. Then is for comparisons, like I'm taller than my best friend. So if you're comparing two things, go with then. But if you're talking about a sequence, go with then. I hope this tip helps. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this reaction helped you feel a bit more confident with those tricky word pairs. Also, do not forget to check out her original video. There are a few more examples and it's very helpful. If you enjoyed this video and would like more content like this, don't forget to follow us. And also, don't forget to let me know in the comments about what kind of videos you want me to react to next. Until then, keep learning and keep growing. See you next time.